Our Story Productions presents the Cocklebur Morning Show, where we weed out the big stories from throughout Sweet Swine County with Bobby Ray and Sally Sue.
Good morning and welcome to the Cocklebur Morning Show. I'm Sergio Furlione, and joining me as always is the ever lovely Cassadee Davis.
Aw, thank you, Sergio. It is so much fun to be back here again, guest hosting.
We are some fantastic guest
Oh my
hosts
gosh,
too, aren't we?
I love being a guest host, especially here. It is such a great place to be.
It is.
You never know what's going to happen. There's always some kind of excitement.
Yep. And the folks really do enjoy a lot of excitement during our show.
You know, that kind of reminds me. Last time we were here,
it was a little difficult towards the end, wasn't it?
it was a little bit too much excitement.
Yeah.
I mean, it was on a level that was almost traumatic.
Well,
I've been to counseling. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, folks. It was, remind them what happened. I'm having a moment.
Folks, if you don't all remember, last time that Cassadee Davis and I guest hosted the show, we had a surprise drop-in, so to say, and it was, of course, Bobby, Ray, and Sally.
Oh my gosh, I just love them.
Yeah, they are great, aren't they?
So awesome to see them. They're great.
They kind of dropped a little bombshell on
They
us.
did.
And
They
what
did.
was that bombshell?
They left us for the O Network.
Yeah.
I know. I was their biggest fan. You know I was their biggest fan. Everybody knows. I wrote them fan letters.
Yes, you did.
I made paintings. I had a mural in my house. I had little action figures.
And
I would play
I think you had the full Sally Sue T-shirt too,
Oh,
didn't you?
yes.
I know.
Yes, I had a whole replica of her wardrobe.
Yep,
and
I
could
know.
start around and do my Sally Sue. It was just,
know.
I'm going to.
All right, Cassadee. Cassadee, you need to start calming down here.
I know.
Hey, what's going
I
on
know.
here?
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, it's the owner of KLUK TV, Cousin John.
Oh, wow.
So, Cousin John, what do we owe this pleasure to?
Well, first of all, I wanted to drop off. You know, my mother brought me up right. I never come empty-handed, so there's a nice little fruit plate for you.
Nice.
Is that a mango? That looks
But I
really nice.
did come with some, I don't know if you'd call it earth-shaking or not, but I do have some news for you.
Good. We love news. That's what we're all
Well,
about
That's
here.
what we're here for.
Good news.
I just need to have you both know that this is the very last time that you will be co-hosting this show.
I can't do this anymore. I can't take any more
Because-
bombshells. I
Take a
just
breath.
cannot.
Take a breath.
Because I've decided to make you the permanent host of the show.
Oh my goodness.
Go, Cassadee.
Oh,
Go,
I tell you, we
Go,
had
Cassadee.
people send in some awesome, absolutely awesome audition tapes.
Yeah.
You know, for the
Yeah.
openers and that.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
But after looking through them, and I saw you guys, what you put through, I thought it was pretty good. Then I looked at what you'd do
really
it
good.
for, and I decided, hey, this is the way that makes the most financial sense. And so,
Negotiated a salary?
Well,
Wait,
I would
did
think.
you do that?
I did not. I think
Sergio.
we still.
well, the numbers
wasn't
on there, the
me.
numbers on there is what I'm going to pay you. So that's what you're getting. So now, I'm sure
What
you.
about everything on the set?
Well, no, the set stays. I own this stuff. I've got tens and tens of dollars invested in.
So it's not.
Some of this
But
stuff.
it is grandma's stuff.
No, this is my stuff. In fact, this was my
You
toy
lied
when
to
I was a little boy, right here.
I knew I brought that chicken from home. I told him. I told him.
Yeah. I thought you said
That's
this
fine.
kind of smelled like
Now,
Bobby
now
Ray Grandma's.
I do need to ask you guys something. Now, this
Sure.
is an interview show, right?
It is. It
definitely.
is.
And so I'm pulling executive rank now, and I guess I'm going to be your guest today.
Oh.
So
Kind of like a trial run type of thing, huh?
yeah, pretty much. But
See?
you've already
See how I
been
picked
hired,
up
so
on
don't
that?
worry about that. But I'm sure you're not prepared.
Well, no,
So
not exactly.
here's some questions you can ask me. So
Oh, you brought your own questions?
sure. See if you can make that work for you.
Well, I think we can run with this, Cassadee, don't you?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean.
We are
why-
we are professionals.
We are.
Sergio. We can.
We are, and I know you just didn't come here just to congratulate Cassadee. And I.
No, that was part of it, but I need to tell the people out there a little bit more about what's going on with my TV station.
So, Cousin John.
Yes.
Where do you see KLUK TV going from here?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. We have a new deal that we just forged with Our Story Productions.
Okay.
Okay, and all the TV shows that we do here at my station, KLUK TV, are now going to be broadcast and distributed by Our Story Productions all across the upper
Wow.
Midwest. In fact,
Pretty cool
now don't get nervous about this, but right now, as you and I are here talking into these cameras, we're available to be watched in 1.4 million households every week.
That is just amazing.
Isn't that awesome?
That's great.
0.4 million. That is a lot.
Sharing all
We're
of our
doing nothing but
stories.
grow. It's coming along really great.
Wow.
That is so exciting.
Wow. So are we still going to be doing stories about people inside of Sweet Swine County?
Well, we started out that way. We wanted to do some of the special events and the neat little things and the points of interest inside, what's going on inside Sweet Swine County. But then once we got our reporters outside Sweet Swine County, we found out there's a whole lot more stuff going on out there than there is going here.
Yeah.
So we're
I feel like I hear
expanding
a lot
that
of
even further. We're going
stuff
further and further out all the time. In fact, right now, between the promos that we do on our shows and what Our Story Production does on their website, we're featuring over 140 towns, small town living at its best in the upper Midwest, and it's just growing every week.
Oh, it has been so fun to visit some of those towns, Serge. You should try it.
It has.
There's so many of us, Festival Fanatics, and everybody else out there, and all those other great shows. Tell us about some of the other great shows.
Oh, yeah, we've got this show, which is the #1 morning show on KLUK TV. Has been for many years, so don't get too nervous about that. But I expect you to keep those ratings up.
I think we will. It's probably safe to say that we will be the new darling.
And then we've got
Sweet Swine County.
we have.
I think it's
That's
safe.
We also have the women of Sweet Swine County. Let me tell you what, those ladies are bringing in some viewership too. And then we've got, probably one of our top shows is Split Hoof Tonight.
Split Hoof Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
That host, he's really got something going on there.
Oh, and
Yeah,
Earl,
that's
isn't he such a nice guy?
Earl's really good, and then
I do.
the cornerstone of KLUK TV is our ongoing soap opera, As the Corn Grows.
Of
We
course.
have fans
Can't stop watching
across
it.
No.
the world.
But like worldwide,
Worldwide fans.
in other countries.
We have fans in other countries. They write in, they email
So they
in.
translate it into these different languages?
No, it's just in English, but we're real popular in the English-speaking parts of Eastern Europe.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I mean, it's really really great, and so and the great thing about that is that's my big moneymaker is As the Corn Grows. I've got over 50 people there, but that's our Sweet Swine residents, and they all do it volunteer.
Isn't it?
I just thought of one thing though. Speaking of making money, you do know that we're supposed to show some of these things that are going on outside Sweet Swine County, right?
Oh yes. Oh,
Why
yeah.
don't we go do that right now?
That would be
Sure.
great.
Cut to a report, maybe.
love watching those reports. It's so fun.
Let's
That's
watch them.
I can't believe the nerve of some people. Earl and Clarice just took out a full-page ad claiming to be KLUK's finest reporters. I can't believe it. Just have a look at my report and you be the judge. Billmeyer Furniture, founded by Leo Billmeyer and his brother Bud, a World War II Pearl Harbor survivor, in 1954. Since that time, Billmeyer Furniture has been serving the community needs for over 50 years with quality home furnishings. They expanded the business by purchasing nearby buildings, including the old Oddfellows Hall that is still being used as a warehouse. After buying Leo's share of the business in 1974, Bud's son Alan ran the business with his father until 1982, when Bud sold his half of the business to Alan. In 2012, John and Dar Skoda purchased the business and changed the name to Billmeyer Furniture and Flooring, and added wool rugs and various types of flooring options. With a furniture selection to meet any need or pocketbook, including some Amish-made furniture, Billmeyer Furniture and Flooring enjoys a rich history in the Cresco area, with quality products and friendly hometown service. Billmeyer Furniture, Cresco, Iowa.
Always
That's what
are.
I'm talking about.
Yep, and that's what we do on a regular basis.
You bet. That's why we're here.
And Cousin John, I noticed on your list of questions here, you didn't have anything written. No questions about the books that have been written about you. I've heard that there is a couple of blockbuster books that have been written about
There
you.
are. I have my copy right here. Both Living and Loving in Sweet Swine
yeah.
County, Love Stories from the Prairie. Read it.
Oh, I tell you, that's
Read it.
I like that a lot. That follows the burgeoning romance between Aunt Minnie and myself, and it's led up to, which it's no secret, we are engaged now and going to be married.
Wow.
So that's
how
going to be the
fun
social
is
event of the
that?
summer around
Beautiful.
here.
It will be. It's going to be a
And,
summer wedding?
Yes.
Wow, that's going to be
And,
great.
Yeah, it's followed along a lot of things there, and done very well by the writer, and sensitively done, and
Sure.
and
It shows the
like
it a
human
lot.
side.
A
of you.
romantic guy. People would maybe not
don't tell
know
anybody. It's
that.
kind of a secret, though. Try to keep the point.
I was wondering maybe if you could tell us about this one here, the Confessions of a Chicken Farmer.
Well, now you
read
can
that
throw that
one.
crap away.
What?
I tell you what, there is so much libelous stuff written in that thing.
By
Well,
Norma.
Norma herself. I
I
think
think
there's
there's a
a
picture of her on the
Nose
back.
I can
there,
tell you
Cassidy.
what, there's a lot of
Yes,
jealousy
there
hanging
is.
onto the pen of that writer right there.
Wow.
So are
There's a
you
lot of
saying that-
inaccuracies
Check this
there.
out. Talk about secrets we didn't know.
Well, secrets you shouldn't know because they're not really real. So
It's not one to read the kids, folks.
I tell you what, yeah, you probably don't want to.
yeah, don't forget this is a family show, and
It is.
Yeah.
I am your boss too. So let's just drop
Yes,
that.
you are. Yes, you are.
So you know what we should do? Probably should go and see another report.
Why don't we do that?
I'm up for it.
Let's go.
Oh, Professor J. Von Tron here in my new and improved time machine. Well, we'll be traveling back in time to some interesting destinations. Oh, my time machine, it stopped. Well, we're not traveling back in time. Well, let's look at some communities in the county of Howard County. Cresco, the county seat, is the largest of the communities in Howard County. Cresco is derived from the Latin term meaning I grow. This growth has been evident since June 12, 1866, when Augustus Beadle had the land surveyed and platted. Within 6 months of the town's formation, 1,000 people called Cresco home. The original catalyst for Cresco's growth was the emergence of the railroad. Horace Barber persuaded the railroad to build through Cresco. The railroad acted as a foundation which eventually raised Cresco to a central position in the county. It even forced the 3 neighbor communities of New Oregon, Howard Center, and Vernon Springs to pack up buildings and all move to the newly established hub. Rail service through Cresco and Howard County ended in 1983, with the tracks removed the following year. All that was left was an engine, boxcar, flatbed, and caboose purchased from the Milwaukee Railroad on display in Beetle Park. Now in 2007, there is a new rebirth. The train is currently under renovation and will be restored to its original grace and beauty for more generations to enjoy. 22 miles of the old railroad bed have recently been paved as part of the Prairie Farmer Recreational Trail connecting the communities of Cresco, Ridgeway, and Calmer. Cresco is also known as the boyhood home of Dr. Norman Borlaug. Borlaug grew up on a farm about 12 miles southwest of Cresco. He graduated from Cresco High School in 1932. Dr. Borlaug, 1970 Nobel Peace Prize and Medal of Freedom winner, most recently received a Congressional Gold Medal from the President of the United States in the fall of 2007. Only 4 other people in the entire world have received all 3 honors. Cresco is also home to 5 admirals and the Iowa Wrestling Hall of Fame. Cresco continues to grow and embrace changes. With the current population approaching 4,000, more and more people are discovering Cresco's genuine way of life. Known as Iowa's year-round playground, you find a wide variety of activities every season of the year. Bike and golf in the spring and summer, snowmobile or go cross-country skiing in the winter. Tour the statues of Howard County, a unique collection of bronze statues located in Cresco and other Howard County towns. Stop by the historic Cresco Opera House or plan to visit the Prairie Edge Natural Center just 2 miles south of town. With a wide variety of retail shops and service businesses, Cresco has much to offer this savvy shopper, and the retail community invites you to come spend the day in beautiful Cresco, Iowa.
Wow, another stellar report.
Those were some great reports.
That is
weren't they?
great. That is really why we're here.
Bigger than Hollywood. Clark's going to be bigger than Hollywood.
Oh, we're right
think-
on their tail.
I think we are.
I can't say enough how excited I am to be the permanent, not the guest host, the permanent
You
host.
are the host.
Permanent host.
Oh my gosh.
And Cousin John, we really have to thank you for coming.
Yes.
Oh, that's no problem. It's my
Grace-
pleasure.
And your
with the
fruit?
gift.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
enjoy the
and,
fruit.
You know, and talking about the books.
You know,
everything.
and I tell you what, and after seeing your audition tape, I know we talked about that and stuff,
Audition
we
tape.
got a little surprise for you.
What's that?
Oh.
I'm
Another one?
thinking, folks, I'm going to let you see that tape right now. Louis,
Oh.
hit it.
Hello and welcome to the Cocklebur Morning Show. I'm Cassadee Davis, here with my charming co-host, Sergio Furlione.
It's a pleasure, my dear.
How are you doing this morning?
I am doing great. How are you?
Not too bad. So how's your week been?
Oh, well, it's actually been a bit of a stressful week.
Oh, really? What's going on?
Well, ever since the last taping of Split Hoof Tonight, apparently there was some big brouhaha over that
You
taping.
don't even have to tell me. I was there. I was there. It was completely awful. It was chaos.
Well, ever since that taping, there's been a steady stream of KLUK employees marching right to my office.
Well, you are the creative director, and Mr. Olson ordered everybody to come see you for their festival assignments, so
Yeah.
that's probably why.
I understand. But first through the door was Ronnie P. Silage
Ronnie.
talking about some type of labor dispute or something like that.
Lord.
And then after that, Prairie Ann comes in talking about how she's not going to work with the superstar, and I assume that's you,
I don't know.
and that pretty boy, Earl Silo. I mean, really, Earl
That
Silo.
woman, she is completely ridiculous. First of all, she's full of herself. Second of all, she walks around like she owns KLUK. Can't work with me, really.
Oh, I understand she's a little high maintenance, but
Yeah.
I no sooner got her calmed down.
Understatement.
And then Earl comes walking in, and he wants all the premier assignments.
Did you give them to him?
Of course not, because they're all premium assignments.
Well, hey, folks, you can see why I couldn't resist when I saw that. That's why they're the hosts.
Oh, and it was so much fun to make. I
Was
cannot
it?
get over it. Yes, we had a blast.
We did.
We called Clem down at the feed store because we wanted our pictures right away, and he is the only person in the
Right.
entire county
Right.
who had an Instamatic camera. So
And
we
we-
were like, come on down, get the pictures.
And we needed at least 12 of them, didn't we?
Well, we had to make every shot count
Right.
because you only get the 12.
That's right. That's those
Shake
Polaroids. That's all the further they go.
Right.
Yeah. Well, folks, I'm afraid we're about out of time.
Except for
Already?
one thing. I have one more thing. Folks, I know these two kids are really proud of that audition tape. I kind of liked it, and I'm sure you did too. So here's what we're going to do. From today on, that's going to be the official show opener from now on.
Wow.
Now we can say our goodbyes. And thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me come in and do your stuff.
Well,
and
we
thanks for
appreciate
doing
it.
your co-hosting. And I'm looking forward to a lot of years of you two sitting here right behind this table.
Wow.
Okay.
So,
Ladies and gentlemen,
thank you for joining us for the Cocklebur Morning Show, where we weed out the big stories throughout Sweet Swain County and beyond.
We'll see you now.
Bye.